Hello everyone and welcome to our video on how to install a virtual machine with Ubuntu 20 on Windows. In this case Windows 11, just simply because it's the newest Windows version and the probability that you guys are going to use it in the future is pretty high. Okay, so we're going to start downloading two things. First, we're going to download VirtualBox as what we're going to run our virtual machine in. In this case, we're going to select Windows host because we're installing for Windows. You'll see downloading up here. We're also going to install Ubuntu 20 or download the Ubuntu 20 ISO image. So what we can do, we can simply look for Ubuntu 20 on Google, and the first link will lead you right here. So, we can select an image afterwards and download that. We want the desktop image for AMD, so Intel-based systems. So we'll click on here. It'll download here up here as well. Right, this might take some time just because it's 4 gigabytes. So, box already downloaded. Go into our downloads, and we can see down here VirtualBox. Double click it to open it and run the installer. Pretty simple. We just hit continue, yes, yes, install. That's pretty much it. So yeah, we want to start it directly after installing it. Fantastic. You can see right here everything worked. We now have VM VirtualBox running. Now we can see also that we're almost finished up here, so we'll quickly wait the 4 seconds until that's done. So fantastic. Now we can see, if we look in our downloads folder, that we have our ISO disk image file here for Ubuntu 20. Yeah, as I said, like it's about above 4 gigabytes. So we want to create a new virtual machine. So we're going to hit new here. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call it Ubuntu -20. Or we're going to use hyphens instead of blank spaces because they don't like blank spaces for some reason afterwards. So we're just going to already adjust this here. We're going to keep the folder the same. So for me, it's just my username right here. Now for the ISO image, we're going to exactly, go into downloads and select our ISO image. We just simply downloaded, click open. That's in here. We don't have to change anything else. And now we're just going to simply click continue. Now you can set your password and username here already, so you don't have to do that later on. So for simplicity reasons, for me, this simply will be F1Tenth for everything. So F1Tenth username, password. You see our host name is Ubuntu-20. This is, by the way, where it would throw you an error if you would insert a blank space, and actually doesn't even let you do that. So we're just gonna put Ubuntu-20. Domain name is fine, that's no worries, and we can just click continue. Now you can tell it how much of the main storage you want to give it and how much cores you want to give it. For this example, I'll just give it a random amount of RAM and cores. See, so for example, I have a pretty good desktop computer here for the university, so I have a lot of space, but this should also be sufficient for you guys. Maybe even less cores should be good as well. We want to give it a virtual hard drive. I'll leave this at 25 gigabytes for now. Just look how much you guys can spare. It should be a certain amount. So 25 gigabytes is pretty good to simply have little. So you can already see that it's starting Ubuntu. Now, very important, while it's doing that, you don't have to do anything. So don't have to hit enter, blank space, or so on. Just let it do its stuff. Now this might take some time as well. This also takes some time for me. So what I'll do is I'll jump over this afterwards, give you a small jump to a finished system, and we'll see each other when everything's done. Fantastic. So now we can close the notifications that popped up here. And, once our screen here is there with the username, well, we've successfully installed Ubuntu. So we can click on here as you would normally do. Now we can simply enter our password. Again, I just set this to F1 hit enter. And now we have this little Ubuntu 20 installation. So you can see all the apps here on the left side. We can quickly go through all of this. So simply skip this first one. We don't want to connect online accounts. Delete this. Next again. Don't want to send system information. We also don't want to allow it for any localization services. Now, if you give this message, of course, we don't want to upgrade to Ubuntu 22, so we'll hit don't upgrade. So yeah, we have declined the upgrade, so we can pay. We can click done. And now we are ready to use Ubuntu. We have our normal desktop environment and everything is as we later to install ROS and our F1Tenth simulator. So please watch the next two videos to get everything else running as well. And then, we can continue and start with our F1Tenth practical course. Thanks for your attention.